welcome to the Death Battle cast.
You can put your headphones
Torian.
You can talk to people.
Looks good.
It's great. You want to touch it?
No, because our
Torian's back, guys.
Yeah.
And clap
and
into the
he
mic.
is-
To not pay attention and to
yeah,
just
he's
derail the whole
immediately
thing.
off track, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it for Sam.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Those are dope.
You do it for everybody
These
but
the 6
me.
rings? They're old.
Oh,
shoe conversation
Yep.
right out
They're
the gate.
old,
Check
but
that
I
out.
don't wear them a lot because I don't like the white.
Yeah.
See, they're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm the voice of Wiz.
6 rings.
That's Sam. He writes shit.
Hi.
That's Torian. He animates shit.
I'm
That's
Chad.
Chad. He's the boomstick.
He just talks.
Yes,
He talks shit.
I talk shit.
Yes. But Torian,
Hi.
it's good to see you. What have you been up to?
I've been working.
But what have you been up to?
I work on Genlock.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
We got a Genlock animator on Death Battle Cast.
You doing robots and stuff?
Robots.
He only does the sex scenes.
So,
Oh shit! Between you and Dakota Fanning.
Yeah. You're supposed to keep that on the down low. I was just,
Oh.
you know.
Well, there you go.
what other
I look forward to this email from Gray.
He's like,
Wait,
doesn't even.
is it of you, your character?
Yeah, no, I
or
had me
you?
3D modeled and Dakota Fanning.
Okay.
He's
I
like,
think
"Chat, we
this is
haven't
the
revealed
quickest
your.
we've ever got into a conversation we shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
Like just straight into it, just like, yeah, fuck this. Up.
Well,
like,
Torian
if
hasn't been on-
if we
Ben
had-
started it.
If we had mulligans, we would take one right now.
No, Torian hasn't been on for a little while, and I know everybody's curious about what he's been doing since he's no longer the
Yeah.
primary 3D
Well, I
animator
was
for
in
Death Battle.
a review today for Death Battle Animations.
You were?
Yep.
And how are Christina, Dave, and Alex doing, you
They
think?
fucking suck.
Wow.
That's
God,
why I'm still.
Torian,
That's why I'm
Jesus
still. That's why I'm
Christ.
still doing the reviews. Why else would I have to walk to the other side of the building if it wasn't important?
I mean, you don't have to.
But I'm glad I am.
Okay.
No, they're fine. It's coming along great.
Good.
Wow, with a glowing review like that, it's amazing.
What do you mean? I said it's coming along great.
But what were your words right before that?
6 rings.
Yeah.
That was see. That's true.
All right, well,
Those were words before that.
Those were words.
well, our 3D animators are working on an episode that comes out after our 100th episode, which comes out next week.
Which
It's
is.
great, and they are incredible.
Mario versus Sonic.
I didn't know if we said anything about it. I just wanted to.
No, we
You
haven't.
need to make
We're
sure.
only talking about episode 100.
Right? Yeah. I didn't know if people knew yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
It comes out on Monday.
He's so out of the loop.
What?
You got to pay attention.
Here I am trying to be a good NDA employee, and you're giving me shit about it.
I mean, you kind of already fucked that up a bit, but don't worry about it.
People
Yeah.
know you're in Genlock.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But now people know about my sex scene in Genlock.
That's true.
I didn't even know about that one.
There are no sex scenes in Genlock.
That comes across
that
my
out there.
task list. Sex
That I
scene
know
with
of.
Ben, and I gotta animate it. Well, Ben, let's go to the
It's like every
vocabulary.
other episode, Chad. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like Witcher and Mass Effect just thrown together.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Only
Anyway,
we can bang on top of a unicorn.
yes.
Ooh.
I mean, a robot.
Robot unicorn. Yeah,
Yeah, there
clearly.
you go.
Yeah, obviously.
That's the finale.
Yeah.
We're just dropping all sorts of
shit.
Genlock, like spoilers. All right, but in truth, we are here to talk about Death Battle. We can't dig spoilers out of Torian forever, unless he wants to.
Nope.
I honestly really don't know shit.
But-
Like, I just animate what they give me. I don't know nothing.
Are you on the fights mainly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course he
yeah.
is. Of course he
Yeah,
is.
I mean that makes sense. Yeah, but it's
But
just.
All right.
So, yeah,
we're gonna
you
steer
just
away
know
from this
some fights
topic.
that happen.
We're gonna steer away.
we are.
Don't need to
if
talk
you-
anymore
if
about
you-
Genlock.
If
Really
you don't
excited
know
about
what
it.
the hell we're talking about, Genlock is a show, Rooster Teeth's next big animated series that is coming out in January. And they've been revealing a lot of teasers lately, as well as actors like Dakota Fanning,
Michael
David
Jordan,
Tennant,
David
Michael Jordan.
Tennant, Koichi Yamadera, Maisie Williams, and then we just announced 2 more who are other big actors. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's looking really
David
awesome.
Tennant one always gets me, where I'm just like I've forgotten like 3 times, and then like I watched the trailer the other day
Wait.
and then I was like, oh yeah, that's
Dude,
cool.
he's
Like,
apparently like super nice. I was at a New York Comic Con, and we were doing some signings, and we had a Genlock poster out there. And so Gray and I were doing a signing, and this girl brought up a Genlock poster, and we unrolled it, and there was already a signature on it, and it was David Tennant's signature. She waited in line and like paid the money to get that. She
Yeah.
went to our booth first, bought the poster, and then brought it for him to sign. And apparently, she was like because we're like, whoa, like we haven't even gotten David Tennant to sign anything. And she was just like, he was so nice. He was so excited. Like he said this was the first thing he got to sign for Genlock and just started talking about how much fun he had doing the character and like, yeah, and I was like,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so
That's cool.
it's a good dude.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite doctor.
Yeah.
Is there a point in the script where somebody's like, because he plays
Stop.
a doctor, right?
Stop.
Where they're just
Stop.
like,
No,
Doctor Who? And he's like,
Oh no!
'cause if they did, like, I mean, that is pure banger city.
I
right
don't
there.
know,
like, if they
but I
didn't do
hope
that shit,
so.
like, way to write, guys.
I don't
like,
know,
way to
but I
write.
hope so.
Yeah, that's.
You hear that,
fucking
Gray?
brilliant.
Damn's calling you out.
Anyway, we just spent 6
Man, it
minutes
was great
trying to
having
spoil
a job.
Genlock. How
Yeah, it was
about
P-Dank.
we talk about our actual job, which is Death Battle. This thing over here, Mario.
That's not
versus
my
Sonic.
job. You fucked that up. That's not my job.
You just
I
said-
was talking about my job.
You were in a review today. It's still partly your job.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So there. Here's my
Whatever.
gigantic glass of beer I got from Achievement Hunter.
So Mario vs. Sonic airs next week, our big 100th episode, and we have a little teaser for you.
Oh shit, for real? I haven't
Yes.
seen none of this.
It is so fucking good. It's
Oh,
annoying.
it's gonna beat out
Well, hang
Nightwing
on,
versus
hang on, hang on,
Daredevil?
hang on.
Because that's like our best one so
well,
far.
these are two very different beasts. So let's go
Yeah.
ahead and just play it.
Hello? That's a mine.
Finders keepers, pal.
Whoa!
You asked for it, Tubby.
You're too slow.
Come here. Oh, give me a break.
That is the first time I've heard it since it's gone through sound design. They did such a good job.
Oh,
Did Philip do
Jesus
that?
Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
God, that
is
was
so good.
So many
perfect.
good ones. Like I saw it with sound design finalized like 2 days ago. We went to the
Yes.
booth and like there's like Jesus Christ. Like I don't know how, as far as animation goes, for an animated one, how we're gonna top this. Like this one is so fucking good
Yeah.
through and through.
That
was
was
looking
like
at
an
that.
auditory love letter to both franchises.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
everything
Oh,
was.
yeah. That's what we're going for.
Looking
yeah.
at that, like, thinking that same thing, like, fuck.
yeah, like
Like-
yeah.
And there's so much more to it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
there's
there's
a
so much
ton.
more to that fight.
That is the crispiest shit I've ever seen on our channel.
Blind Ferret did such a good job. We
Yeah,
love working with those
like,
guys.
like you
And
said, you could tell they had fun making it,
Oh, they
which
did.
pays out big time because like the whole thing is full of just like both characters never have like blank faces on. Like they always have some emotion going on. Like they
Yep.
gave a shit like the whole time they're making it. It shows. It's
Oh yeah, and
really
like
good.
so I want to say like props to Blind Ferret. My favorite part in the entire fight you guys got to see, which is where Mario rips off his skin to reveal the overalls underneath, and he has that lip and just like. And that was 100%
So
them.
good.
We laughed so hard when that first animatic came in and it had Mario ripping off his
Yeah.
skin. Oh my God.
That's so good. Who is Blind Ferret up on? Like, are they a part of a bidder or are they in?
No, they're their own thing. They're a Canadian animation studio. They got known for doing some WoW-related stuff. Looking for Group is there. They do a
I didn't know
comic.
they were Canadian.
Yep.
Where's Steve?
They've been around
Do
for a
you-
while.
Yeah, if you ever
Get on that.
You weren't really into WoW, but Sam I know will know this video.
Yeah, I remember.
They did the Slaughter Your World video where they have their like one of their characters from Looking for Group and spoofing the Little Mermaid song,
Yeah.
part of Your World, and it's hilarious. I remember watching it back in my WoW days. And so when we were looking to do a 2D animated episode with Smokey and McGruff, I suggested them. I was like, they're really funny. Like I really like their animation style, and it's really cool. And then we had it was this really serendipitous because I was talking to Ben about it, and one of his concerns, he's like, well, yeah, I really like their animation, but can they do action? And they had just posted a new musical number with they're looking for group characters that it's taking place in a war, and all this fighting is happening. And Ben's like, oh, yes, they can. So, it was really cool. And so we reached out, and they've been great to work with. I actually got to meet Ryan at New York. They had a booth out there.
Yeah.
So we said, what's up? And they've just been super excited about working with us the whole time, and we've been excited about working with them. So it's been a great relationship. And we can't wait for you guys to see the full episode.
Absolutely. Their team has been doing stuff. They also do webcomics. It's kind of like the regular
Yeah,
posting
looking for
thing.
group stuff. Yep.
They've been doing that since 2006. So
Yeah.
they're the same age as us.
Yeah.
Screw Attack, which is awesome.
Long time on the
definitely-
internet.
Yeah, definitely check their stuff out, blindvarrett.com. It's definitely worth a look. But when we announced Mario vs. Sonic, we got a lot of questions from people about why did we pick Mario vs. Sonic?
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Yeah, because this is the first time we're doing a legitimate rematch, not a sequel, remaster, continuation, or whatnot. We are going back to square one for this episode and building out from the ground up because we have new rules. And I think the number one question is, what are these new rules? What is going to make this episode different from the one that we did way back in 2011? Apart from just the fact that we're way better at our jobs now, and we can make a much better episode, or get Blind Fair to make that awesome looking
Yeah, I
fight.
mean, the original Mario Sonic's budget was probably nothing. It was your time.
It was me
There was just
in 2
your
weeks
time.
having
Yeah,
to put the entire
yeah.
thing together, including animation.
So for comparison, what are the new rules?
So we've gone over the rules for.
Well, and we'll keep that brief because we went into lots of detail last time.
But
There is an episode of Death Battle Cast called "The Rules of Death Battle." If you want to look more or to learn more about the rules that we're using, definitely check that episode out. But mainly, the new rules are the modern rules because season 1 and 2 had different rules than seasons 3 and on for Death Battle. And the big one that's a major factor for this is how we apply sources. Before, we would just take anything. Because we were looking at the character in a very broad scope, creating a composite character, which is fine. That's one way you can do it. But since season 3 started, we have narrowed down the focus to a more canon sources, where non-canon sources can only be supplementary supporting sources.
Right. And also this one we wanted to focus on what we do a lot is we focus on what the character is most known for, right? So in this case it was their video game versions, and so it was let's look at their video game versions and then what supporting material lends themselves to the video game versions of the characters.
Yes.
Which for the Sonic Archie comics are basically an entirely separate thing.
Good examples would be of things that are separate from the gaming canons is Sonic Archie comics, because Archie Sonic does all sorts of crazy shit that gaming Sonic never does.
Right.
And then, for Mario, Paper Mario is technically an entirely different character.
Right.
So Paper Mario shouldn't be considered as Mario himself in this analysis. Of course, if there are correlations between the outside sources that can be brought up, and we certainly do that in the episode, but it is primarily focusing on the games themselves. So it is.
And there's been a bunch of new material.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Since we did the first episode 6
Sonic's
years ago.
probably-
7 years ago.
7 years
it came
ago?
out in 2000. I guess 6. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably 6.
Mobile games and
well.
stuff. Sonic's probably had 10 games since then.
Oh no, 2011. So yeah, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got new power-ups and stuff. Sonic has the Wisps,
Yep.
which wasn't even a thing back then.
Mario has a shitload of
Mario has a
power-ups.
crap ton of new stuff.
He can turn into a cat.
You can turn into a cat. as
which
we
we
saw.
had to highlight.
This one.
That was really fun. Sitting in the room and talking about the battle. We were going over the battle script.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun with how we could incorporate those new power-ups. And you got to see it, so I can talk about it. We were all laughing when we came up with the idea of and he's got the duplication cherry, but what if he was, what if he got the cat bell first and then got the duplication
million
cherry?
cats.
And we just to picture them all cresting over a hill, running, and then we got to do it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
So other things people are asking, so why Mario versus Sonic specifically? I know when we were announcing that we were going to do a big episode 100 matchup, some people were thinking oh, it's going to be one of the most requested things ever. Essentially a season finale type of episode, which we are doing a season finale after this. This is not the end of the
Right.
season. There are 3 more episodes after
And that's,
this.
I think, a lot of people are
Crazy, yeah.
confusing it with.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'd love to speak to that.
Go
real
for
quick.
it.
So, here's the thing about this: Mario vs. Sonic is one of our most popular episodes of all time. There's been a bunch of material. These characters are super iconic, to a million people. And then also, it's kind of also a celebration of Death Battle in general. So we get to celebrate 100 episodes by looking back at one of our most popular episodes and two of the most popular characters of all time, and getting to do it that way. So for us, like, we could have done a new matchup for episode 100, but we knew we wanted to do this anyway, and it seemed like the perfect time to do that because it was, a nod to a previous thing and now brought into 100 episodes
And
and
the
how
whole-
far we've come.
Exactly. The whole point of an episode 100 celebration is the milestone.
Right.
Right. We've come this far. You guys have come this far with us. So we want this episode to kind of be like a look back at how we've grown and how much you guys have supported us over the years, to see the difference between this episode and Mario vs. Sonic from 7 years ago.
I want to put this animation and yours side by side.
Fuck. Yeah, sure. Blind Ferret's just gonna look that much better. Although I will say, our season finale this year is the most requested thing we've gotten in the form that we have underneath our YouTube videos. So
Speculate on that.
yeah, if you were wondering where that episode is, the #1 requested one, it's coming. Oh, it's coming.
It's gonna be
It's
a
gonna be
big
cool.
fight. We're really excited about it.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of 100, are you still in questions?
There's like a couple more.
All right, that's fine. Go for it.
Okay. Some people were asking how come Sonic's voice actor is different from the old episode, and we announced that Cameron Nicod is Mario and Nicholas Andrew Louis is Sonic. And the last time we did this way back when, we didn't even have a Mario voice actor. And the main reason for that is, anybody who's in our context with Sound Cadence gets the opportunity to audition. But the voice actor for Sonic has actually changed, like the real Sonic. Back when we did the original one, the most popular actor was Jason Griffith. He voiced Sonic in the actual games. And then literally, like, as we were making the episode, the change over to Roger Craig Smith happened, and he has a completely different voice. So that's why there's a new voice actor, because it's a different voice. And then of course there's the question of, like, since it's a rematch, what happens if Sonic wins and what happens if Mario wins? Like, if Sonic wins, does that make this episode pointless? Or if Mario wins, does that mean that the old episode is pointless?
You know what? I'm really glad that we did Goku versus Superman 2 before doing this episode, just so people could see. Because I think a lot of things I've seen is like, well, the outcome must be different, And we always and forever will look at this completely objectively. And so we've done that again, and there's been a bunch of new material. And so we'll see how that pans out. So it absolutely could go either way, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that it changes the old episode, like its purpose anyway, because the old episode was done with different rules, different mindset, different analysis, using different sources. Like, it's a different beast altogether.
I mean, that can be said about a rematch of anything, right?
Absolutely.
Like, if we have a fight and you win,
you and me fight?
and you win,
Which I
but
would.
then I win the next one, that doesn't make our first fight meaningless. Like, that just means I got bigger than you. And I punched
It's all a size
Well
thing.
done, Torian. Well done.
That's exactly what this is like.
Brilliant.
And also, the last question. Will Wiz and Boomstick only appear in episode 100? Wiz and Boomstick will be appearing in episode 100 animated and in every single death battle afterwards.
Yep.
It's official.
You hear that, animator? Get your you gotta get
Luis.
ready.
Yeah.
That's what we got interns for, yo.
Get ready.
No, we got a couple other animators working on that with us, which is awesome.
Yep.
I'm really excited.
Animator's like watching this and he just does
It's-
spit take like, what?
It's interesting because we're definitely one of the smallest departments in Rooster Teeth, but we almost certainly, I would wager, have like the most software licenses.
Oh, for
Because, like,
sure.
we
got
use
shit
like
that they don't-
Maya,
we got shit
3D
that they don't
Max,
got.
and
We got
fucking
shit that
Toon
they would-
Boom,
They
and
would
like,
kill to have.
yeah.
I got some shit for you that they don't even know.
God. We use like every animation software in like under our umbrella there
I don't
is.
even know about this.
It was a lot.
Yeah, because most other departments have like a single focus and goal, and we're just kind of all
Yeah,
over the
there's like
place.
there's 2D and 3D, and then there's us where we're just like, we'll do anything. We got cameras, we got animators.
Yeah,
like,
there was a
just
time
get us
where it
some
was like
stuff.
the Wild West on software and plugins and shit. Like, You go to Sean and be like,
Gerardo was like getting some shit
Yeah.
from Russian sites, and I was like,
Russian
whoa,
sites?
calm down.
And we're
there,
like,
right?
okay, no, what do you need? We'll buy it.
he went to Sean.
That
Like,
was
yo,
fun.
I need like 400 for this plugin.
Wait, that actually happened? I didn't know.
Yes.
yeah.
100%.
One of the plugins that we
was a long
legitimately
time ago,
one of
though.
the plugins that we legitimately bought, like legit, like licensed and everything, was in Russian. It was crazy. I didn't want to.
And then it
Is that
was
the same story?
No, it's a different plugin.
different.
Because that's
thing.
all right. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Chad?
Yes.
I don't know, but it was something about before. Yeah. So speaking of episode 100, we wanted to celebrate that in a merchandising way. So we made a special poster. We teamed up with Rogzilla, who's done some fan art for us before. He does a lot of great stuff for Rooster Teeth. And so we got this poster made, which is available on the store right now. It is a limited edition poster of Wiz and Boomstick in this like
Holy shit!
dystopian futuristic
What?
mountain of skulls.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, so Rogzilla did it in his style.
The last time I saw it, I don't think Jocelyn was on it. That's dope.
No, yeah, we added a little
This is
cameo
cool.
for popping in.
That's fucking awesome.
Torian hasn't seen this yet.
Apparently, I haven't seen this version either.
This is pretty sick. You got a little Goku because he lost,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of other
Yep.
people.
So there's a limited number of these. This will be a limited edition poster. We made this
Who's this
specifically
over
to
here?
celebrate 100 episodes of Death Battle
Who's this one?
and the introduction of Wiz and Boomstick as characters.
it
So
out.
you guys can head to the Rooster Teeth store. Look at that broadcast. I love you guys. They already had it all ready.
That shit. Hey,
You can head to store.roosterteeth.com. You guys can pick
and
one
make
up.
that your phone wallpaper.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right?
doing.
Genlock put out that poster. We got a poster. What's up?
Yeah, who needs a Genlock post?
I didn't
You
say
can
all
get this
that.
one.
I was gonna say mine's currently Genlock, so I'll make one my
You're like contractually obligated to have.
I'll make
that
one
as
my
your-
background and one my lock screen.
There you go.
wallpaper.
Exactly. But yeah, it's really awesome
That's
to see
pretty
that.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can go pick that up. Huge shout out to Rogzilla. He did a great job. He was fun to work with.
It's so ridiculous. I love just the mountains of skulls.
Skulls, right? Like we clearly have killed a lot of people before we started doing the show.
Apparently. I mean, you got to test
No,
it
I think
out,
there's
right?
winners and losers in that pile. So
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
200 plus because there's shit like Ninja Turtles for one. So yeah.
Well, it's also, we did that way back when. We did a shirt that had the different skulls
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
losers of Death Battle. The
I think
first
it's the
Fallen.
first 25.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that, or first 30. And a lot of the skulls on there are similar to that. It's kind of a similar vibe. But at this point, there have been characters who lost back then and then come back and won a match, like Wonder Woman. So like you look at that skull and you're thinking, I mean, she technically didn't lose all of her fights.
We'll see what skulls that you can find when you pick up the poster. Please pick up the poster.
Yeah, and then circle all the skulls and tell us which ones you think they
Yeah.
are.
It's like a Where's Waldo, but really dark.
Where's Dead Waldo? Is Waldo on there?
You might be.
Should have been.
But it would,
that'll
I
be
mean,
dope.
I'll just say yes, because it'll be a human skull.
That's true.
But he'd have the little beanie still.
Yeah.
It fell off.
Oh.
Goku's hair didn't even fall off. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Well, that's Goku's
That's
hair.
Yeah.
It's
What are
pretty
you
tough.
talking about, Goku Sam? We would never use a
That's-
licensed character on a piece of merchandise.
That's Asian Karate Man's hair.
Yeah.
On that skull.
Asian Karate Man.
Yes.
Spiky anime hair Karate Man.
Yeah.
Yes. Clearly.
All right, guys.
Definitely wasn't Wonder Woman. That wasn't what Ben
No,
said.
that was wondrous.
It was wondrous.
Please keep going.
Wondrous
Whoa,
man.
man.
So
That's right.
What-
when you
what-
circle those skulls and tell us who you think they are,
Please don't
they're
tag
not those characters.
the trademark holders.
is this when I get a
This is the
what's
last
going on?
cast we ever do. Like we started out with Genlock, and now
I
this.
lost
I'm sorry, Sam. Go.
Hey, I got it. Hey, nailed him. Fuck you, forced transition.
There we go. Thanks, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, what's
All right.
going on?
Well, according to the lower third, it says James Gunn is back.
Oh yeah, he's working on a.
Who's James Gunn?
He's. He's the
He
guy
was
who
the
did Guardians of the
director
Galaxy.
of
There was the
Guardians
controversy
Well,
about
that's
his.
all you have to fucking
Yeah.
say. Why did you make it a big deal?
he said some shit on Twitter that was offensive.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, from like
And
8 years ago.
Disney-
Oh, yeah, because you told
Yeah.
me that's why they're not making another Guardians.
or
Well,
it's,
they
it's
are.
on hold for
Yeah,
now.
Disney got mad.
They
at
have
him
his
and stuff.
script, but he's no longer directing, so it's on hold.
You should direct it.
But
Yeah,
he
what's
is
he doing?
now
Script.
he is now slated to write and possibly direct Suicide Squad 2.
That's what it was.
Oh, damn. That's like a
Dude,
demotion.
That's a smart move for him.
That's
Like if he needs to make a
bad.
comeback, it's like let me take this fucking train
That's
wreck.
a demotion.
And-
That's a.
Well, and
Until
I
he
think
takes it to the next level.
He does really well with this like group humor
Yes,
kind
he
of
does.
thing, and like
As long as he tells a cohesive story,
he'll do. Yeah,
he's gonna do better than the first.
Well, that's the thing. You say
it would
it's
not
like,
be hard
Yeah,
to do better
you
than
say
the
it's
first
gonna
one.
be like take this pile of trash and like fix it, but it's like it's
I
it'll
still-
be easy to top the first.
He could just
Suicide
ignore
Squad.
the last one.
Yeah.
Like, the last
Totally.
one literally ended with them all in the exact same place that they started, except Harley Quinn has escaped now. I'm pretty sure that's
and
how it
just
ended,
starts
right?
with her getting
damn,
dragged
that's
back
right.
to jail.
Yeah, it's just like they're all in jail, and then they go off and kill some witch, and then they go back to jail. The
Yep.
end. Like, that's it. Who cares? You don't even need to worry about it.
And that was such an experience for me because like I watched that.
watched
'Cause, kids. I don't see many in theaters anymore. And so I was on a plane from somewhere and it was there. And I was like, yes, I want to watch Suicide Squad, even though I knew like I've heard all the feedback, and I was like, but I wanted to watch it. And I'm getting about 40% of the way through, and I'm like, I don't know why everyone was hating on this movie. I'm like, it's not that bad. And then I hit that crazy wall at like 50% of the movie where they just completely change direction and everything gets weird and characters know shit that they never established them knowing. And you're just like, what happened to this movie? And by the end of it, you hate it.
There's so many little things about it, too, that are just like, that bug me upon a repeat viewing. Like, Captain Boomerang has this unicorn the entire time that he's stuffing into his coat, right?
Right.
They make a point of it multiple times. He's got this stuffed unicorn in there. Uh-oh, what's going to happen to the stuffed unicorn? Near the end of the movie, somebody throws a knife at him and stabs into his chest, and he falls down. But then he gets up, he's fine. You're like, oh, it hit the stuffed unicorn. He pulls out a wad of money, and it's a wad of money. What? It's like, what happened to the unicorn? Wasn't that the whole setup? It
I didn't even notice that.
doesn't make any sense. Well, like, it's something you don't necessarily notice the first time around, but when you're thinking about it, it's like, clearly they set up the unicorn. Why is it money now?
The part,
Why is it bloody now?
well, they're magic, Ben.
That is a
They can-
unicorn.
It's not a
Turn
fucking
into whatever they want.
leprechaun. It's a unicorn.
So funny.
Yeah, how many unicorns have you met, Sam?
That would have been cool if
Tell
he,
me their
kept
limitations.
stuffing money into his jacket.
I think it's just there's no rumors about unicorns and money.
There's the rumors that unicorns have the horn that can do magic, so maybe they can turn themselves into money. You don't know.
Yeah, but
Maybe it was money all along, just pretending to be a unicorn.
The money was pretending to be.
So the money
So
is magic?
money's more magical than unicorns.
Is the money like alive?
like a Naruto
with Mickey
thing,
Mouse arms?
Or it's
and
the log
gloves?
or whatever.
When you say
Oh yeah, it did a substitution into money. Instead of a log, it like poof, transformed into
jutsu'd
money.
it?
Yeah.
Got it. Unicorn money jutsu.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing that pissed me off the most was like somebody told like a character needed to know what was happening with the witch or whatever at one point, but that character had no business knowing that, and somehow they knew it, and it just pissed me off to like know. And I would have to rewatch it, but there's like this glaring plot hole where this character had knowledge that maybe it happened in a scene that they cut from the movie. But there's this thing that somebody knows something so clearly that never happened for them to have ever known to do that. And it was really pissed me off.
I mean,
Suicide
I think
Squad.
it was the worst. We have to make the weaker heroes win against the thing that they should never win against.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Like-
That's hard to do in comics. They have
What
to
the
juggle that all the
fuck?
time.
Comics are just kind of like, I don't know.
the movies
Writing a
just-
comic these days is like you have this like excellent thing where you could like take like okay here we can put like a magnifying lens on like just general struggles for humans like the struggle of humanity and humans as individuals and shit and they're just like fuck that, let's do just like hero shit all the time always like. Every comic these days is just like, oh yeah, the hero beat the bad guy and he never struggled. Like, Batman's never woken up and been like, is it even worth saving Gotham? Like, he's just been like, time to go to work. Like, he doesn't do anything. Like, no, I'm just saying, like,
He's
he
had some
kinda
struggles.
does do that. Yeah, but they're all like super superficial and over in like one comic. Like, rarely since like we had like the Dark Knight, like we haven't had shit. I'm saying these days they're
You mean, like,
really
movies?
straightforward. I think movies has influenced comics these days more than vice versa because they want to attain that level of like heroes have an act 2 struggle that's more of a power thing and not like an actual
You still
like,
haven't seen
faith
Infinity
or
War, have
anything.
you?
No, so yeah, I mean,
Go
I'm
watch
partially
Infinity War.
talking
And,
out
like
of
you
my
want to
ass,
feel
so-
that breath of fresh air. Like
Nah.
go watch Infinity War.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible ending.
Don't.
But I still feel like at least the comics I've been reading lately are just kind of like bland and the same shit.
You know you're gonna get
suppose.
tweeted like a bunch of like comic recommendations. with
Yeah, I mean,
dark
there's
shit.
good ones out there. Like I like.
Well, you're not talking
fucking-
about comics as a whole. You're talking about modern day.
Yeah, modern comics, absolutely, absolutely.
like these
Modern,
days-
no, like in comics have had they've done an excellent job of that exact thing in the past multiple times. But these days, I feel like they're kind of emulating the movie stories more than they should, and they're just kind of like whatever. But some are cool. I've been reading what is it, Cosmic Ghost Rider. I've been trying to keep up with that one. That one's cool, but it's just because it's like different, and I don't know.
I just want like a superhero movie to find a good balance between the heroes struggling, or like struggling for a reason, or just like being overpowered. Because like let's say Infinity War, they didn't have to struggle. They had multiple heroes that could have made light work of everything that was happening. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
kind of the point.
Star-Lord really screwed us all. That's all I gotta say.
I guess.
They had multiple heroes that could have just ended that shit. Like,
But
okay.
that's why they took Thor out for a while. Like Thor was doing his own shit.
Scarlet Witch was there the whole time.
Okay, that was really annoying. But they took her out emotionally.
They
as a
tricked Vision. They tricked him. Vision?
I know.
They tricked
Yeah,
him. It was like,
I know.
I got you.
I know.
And that's
Vision and
the kind of
Scarlet
shit
Witch.
in the comics I'm talking about these days, where it's just like there is an unnecessary power struggle between these characters
Yeah.
that don't have.
Well, no,
it's
what
just
they
like
did with
some-
Infinity War is they avoided it.
Yeah,
A Vision.
No, that's what comics. have
Vision
kinda
got
done,
like
or they've
sucker
bullshitted.
stabbed. Like he never saw it coming.
You're like, oh shit, Vision's
and
about
then
to fuck some
and then
shit
they
up.
made Scarlet Witch care about Vision
Yeah.
so much.
So then-
she was out of it for the most
Exactly.
part. Like when finally Scarlet Witch, and they even call it out in the movie, when she goes and starts kicking some ass, I was like, finally. And then one of the characters is like, and why the fuck was she chilling back this whole time? And it's
Like
yeah.
they fucking take out Vision, which nerfs Scarlet Witch. They take out Thor. Now I'm like, it just feels, this whole fight, beautiful as it may be, just feels fucking pointless. Like your big hitters are not here
And they-
for seemingly no fucking reason.
And at least you got to give them credit for giving those reasons.
I
They
mean,
didn't
I
just
get-
have them fight
for sure.
and not be overpowered. Like I
Right.
at least appreciate that they gave us these like
Right.
reasons to progress the movie, right? So the thing with
Yeah.
Vision, Scarlet Witch, same thing with Hulk, and Thor. Like at least they gave me the reasons that these like
Sure.
incredible powerhouses who they know are like broke as fuck comic characters
Well,
couldn't just
They
come in and
kinda
wipe
need
everyone
to
out.
get rid of. Like I feel like that's something wrong with comics now. Is they kind of need to get rid of those people. Cause,
Yeah.
Like the superpowered ones.
Yeah, because no.
Well,
Like-
just segregate them.
Like the big one.
you know.
Well, just any character like Scarlet Witch, where no matter what situation she's in, she could just make that not a reality. So
Well, Vision's crazy.
Are you sure that's not
Yeah.
the death battle writer in you talking? Like
I think it is.
You know,
it almost
you know that
absolutely
Scarlet
is.
Witch
Yeah.
has the capability to wipe
Yeah.
out like 90% of the mutants on the planet
Yeah.
Earth in a snap of her fingers.
It's like every time
But,
I
like,
open up a
most readers
Superman
don't.
comic and he's like fighting somebody and struggling, I'm like, oh please. Like, I
But like
just throw the
even in a
comic away.
non reality warping type of way, she was like strong enough to destroy an Infinity Stone, and she was like fucking banging with the two aliens by herself, but had to stop every time fucking Vision started crying because they sucker stabbed him with the knife.
But they gave you that reason because
Ah.
otherwise,
Ah.
imagine if they didn't have that, and then you'd be even more mad because you'd be like, why didn't she just wipe him out immediately?
No, I won't, cause it would have been an awesome super fight. But no,
When has Scarlet Witch in the MCU ever shown the capability to wipe people out?
he said that. I said it would have been an awesome
Not
fight.
in the MCU, but yeah, they could have done a lot.
I know.
Just in
Go
truth.
watch Infinity War. I'm gonna bring you the
I
data
think they
about
did a
it.
really good job with that. And
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a
specifically on that note, at the very beginning of the movie, Thanos just trumps Hulk hard.
Yeah, he does.
And that sets him up so that it kind of sets up a feeling that these other characters, no matter what they do, they can't touch him.
Sure.
Even Thor. Because we just watched a movie before this where Thor kept getting one-upped by Hulk as the strongest Avenger.
That's true.
So
but it
if
was
Hulk
great.
can't
Man,
kill Thanos, Thor can't kill Thanos.
But it was great when
supposedly.
Thor finally showed up. Man, that felt good. And that's
anyway.
why James Gunn is back doing stuff.
Hopefully he will do a better job. I feel like James Gunn is kind of like getting close to that JJ status where it's just like he'll do all right. Like, you know, James
don't know.
Gunn can provide 7s and 8 out of 10s. I got full faith in him for that. Sometimes he bats a little higher, but really he doesn't go low.
Except for on Twitter. In the past.
Well, 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
I mean, he was the fucking Trauma director. Those were he was knocking 2s out of the park daily. Like
right.
those movies are
That's
not
the thing
good.
too. It's like at the time no one gave a shit because he's from Trauma. And you
Yeah.
see the shit that Trauma does, and you're just like, yeah. It's like
all
South Park,
fucking-
right? Like, they can get away with anything.
Yeah.
Because you expect it from them. But then now he's become this thing, and a lot of people know him because of this and not Trauma, and that's why it was so. I'm not justifying anything he did at all. Like,
Well,
he
we
said some
never-
really fucked up stuff.
But yeah,
Um,
he was
but-
fucking known for shock humor, and then did a shock humor, and then people were surprised 8 years later that he did that. I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
And he owned it. He owned it well, and the cast talked about, how great he's been, working with, and like, it's, yep.
So they haven't officially announced that he's directing, just that he's in talks and that he's writing. I'm curious how they're going to handle it, because if they handle it poorly, then it could just blow up again.
No one's doing. They haven't got a new director for Guardians, though, have they?
No,
No, it's on hold.
They just put it on
Because the
hold.
cast is all basically like, fuck you.
I hope it's Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
Really?
Or
Such a gangster job.
James Gunn does a fantastic job on Suicide Squad 2,
And then they bring it back.
and then they just bring him back.
Disney was like, okay, we had our buffer.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome back.
He's
that would
safe again.
probably be the way to do it.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
any other way, they've kind of screwed themselves over. Maybe it'll happen. Who knows?
We'll see.
Worth keeping an eye on, though. And I'm actually interested in a DC movie besides Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
did
is
you see?
interesting.
Speaking of DC, did you watch the Aquaman trailer?
I just gotta say, you're not interested
Yes.
in the Aquaman
I did.
movie?
I did.
Aquaman trailer, like I was kind of, because I figured Jason can't
Momoa.
pronounce his last name.
Momoa.
Momoa?
I walked past him at New York Comic Con.
Mimosa.
I always say
Margarita.
mimosa, but that's
He was in a golf cart.
But I figured just by his demeanor that he would play like an ultra gruff, like just cool badass Aquaman. But the trailer, he's very, very jokey and not serious, which I don't necessarily dislike, but it's just a different feeling. And
Yeah, like a little
Like a-
Thor vibe. I
like
haven't
a-
watched the
the-
trailer.
Like a
They're-
big oaf?
yeah.
I mean,
he's-
it's the same as
the same
Justice
treatment they're
League.
doing.
yeah.
Like, he's Ragnarok Thor.
Got it.
yeah.
Yep.
That's
That's
who
what I
it is.
figured.
Exactly. that.
Although I did think it was a little strange. This trailer is like 5 minutes long, and like 90% of it is in a desert, not
Dude,
in
is that
water.
That's the cave from Lord of the Rings where they go get the ghost people.
You're so silly.
Is it? No.
No, it looks like it when they had the ghost guy too.
Where they go get the ghost people? What?
yeah.
What ghost
where-
people?
Now, James Wan is.
don't remember that?
James
Cave
Wan
of
is
You mean
cool,
when they
though.
fight
right?
the Nazgul?
No, when they go.
Oh, Return of the King.
Yeah.
The ghost people, right?
Yes. All like most people forget about that part.
Yes.
You don't
We
think
have-
about it, but you got to remember that Aragorn
The
like
ghost
went off.
army that Aragorn just randomly
Yes,
gets and then
right.
let's go away.
People don't remember that part,
I've
but
seen
I
this
do.
whole action bit online, and this is
okay.
very James.
Oh, Black Manta's in this shit.
This is very James Wan. Like this whole
Does-
rooftop.
Yeah,
Does
well,
Black
and
Manta
that-
look
that
adorable to
whole-
anybody else?
I'm just gonna say I never thought I'd see a real live
Yeah.
action version of
Yeah,
Black
this
Manta.
is great.
Right here, they have this fucking dope ass oneer that's
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, this is like very.
Like I don't
James
know if they
Wan.
cheated
Like, it's
it when
pretty
they
cool.
went out the window
They
there.
did.
But this, well, just like watch how long this is, and it's like really good. Like
Yeah,
it's
this is
just
what he
cool.
does. Like
I
this is
hope
a
that was
very
all one
like this
take.
is
That'd
like
be
how
awesome.
he shoots.
Man, that looks like she's
And
going
then-
to
That's
so
not.
hard.
That's
Well,
definitely
no,
another
but still,
take right here.
this is fine. Like they cheat the oneer, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh.
And then also that though, if you back up on that, is really fucking stupid because you see where Black Manta shot him from,
wasn't
and he
safe.
could clearly see Aquaman. He just chose to shoot the bell directly. Like it's just like wow.
Damn,
Man.
they're really enjoying these destructible environments. By the way, when that stunt actress was running across those roofs, that was the most wig I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I feel like her hair.
You haven't
is
seen the
so
Fantastic Four movie then?
No,
That's
No,
the
I
most
haven't.
wig in the
Okay.
freaking world.
the wig.
I mean,
Yeah, dude, he
alright.
Sparta kicked that guy.
they're fighting. Man, the action in this looks awesome.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
crazy. I never thought I would see a live
then-
action Black Manta in my life.
Yeah, and you get to see
Like-
this weird underwater fight here in a second where there's like a bunch of monsters and shit. Like it looks like the whole thing's all about fights. Like look at that.
Dude, Shark
that was
Army is
That
cool.
was a shark cavalry.
Yeah, that's fucking
Giant
sweet.
crabs and shit.
Yeah. Get
I'm in this.
a
I'm in.
megalodon. What up?
I'm in just
Yeah.
for the CG
Like, I mean,
crabs.
yeah, just for the CG crabs, and then you get to see the.
Oh, you look so good.
Yeah.
I'm off on it. I'd rather just see Jason
What's with
Momoa
this
without a shirt.
white-ish-
That's
Wait,
what's
me.
this-
did they get you? Are you?
Yeah, I'll totally watch it. I was excited about Aquaman because like
It looks like a good monster fight movie.
after like doing who is on Aquaman and like really like getting into the like, oh, he's not that stereotypical like I talk to fish like thing that everybody likes to
Yeah.
slap him with. Like Aquaman's a fucking badass. and I'm really hoping that I imagine they will lean into that. There'll probably be some
I want him to
talk to
be
fish joke in there, but like I think
sure.
I'm really hoping
Yeah,
they lean into
of
the badass Aquaman part.
It also
I want
looks
him to
like he has,
bring
like,
out the really dope
supporting cast.
topo. Like, I want to see the fucking, like, evil giant sea monster topo. And I want to see, like, I hope they kind of mix him with the Aquaman that had the hook hand. I can't remember
I imagine they would.
what they call that Aquaman.
I hope not,
But-
because that got a little too edgy, I think.
Yeah.
What, when he
that's the
rips
thing.
people apart to bathe in the salt in their blood so that he can continue
I can't
to
remember
breathe?
exactly what happens, but he has to cut off his own hand to like save his son or something like that.
remember
that
And then he
was,
just
yeah.
gets like super dark and angry and violent while he's
Yeah.
got this hook hand.
Yeah.
That was back in the
That was
90s.
well.
or
that
something
was
like
specifically to like reboot that image of Aquaman.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Sure,
just
but
this
they
like,
went-
joke character.
They went
Like
too far.
if
That's
But
what
then
I
it
said.
balanced out.
That's why I said I hope they
You
bring
gotta be in the middle.
But that's
little
when
bit
we
of
got
that
there.
dope.
You know, it was too soft, too hard, and then we're like, okay, middle ground, we got it. Solid Aquaman. But yeah, dude, when he had that, you never know. It depends on how they're writing him and whether he has to like bathe in seawater, like, like
he
for
doesn't.
whatever. I know, but sometimes they bring it back, sometimes they take it away.
I will never
But
forget. There's a scene in Smallville where they introduce Aquaman and he's like captured by Lex Luthor, and Lois and Clark run into the place where he's captured and he's just like chained up and he's like, "Give me water, I need water," and they're like, they find like a cup or whatever of water and they just splash it on him. It's like, superpowers go, and he just activates the powers.
But it's supposed to be salt water. Wow, they fucked that up real bad.
Superpowers go.
They just get some like
splash
table
him.
salt. And, like,
No, like the most hardcore Aquaman moment ever is when like he's at this point where he's like, he has that weakness.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been away from the ocean too long. I need salt water, but I gotta fight all these people. Oh wait, there's salt in blood, and like he grabs this dude and rips him apart and fucking covers himself in their blood to sustain him longer. And that's when I was like, I'm on board. All right, Aquaman's a badass now.
did he have
See,
the
that's
strength to rip
that's
the guy
Jason
apart?
Momoa Aquaman I'm looking for.
Right,
I
me
want him
too.
to be that
Ripping
fucking
people
rough.
apart and bathing in their blood?
Yeah.
So-
you don't associate that with
Little too far.
Aquaman, do you?
We'll see if when Aquaman comes out, whenever the hell it's supposed to come out.
May 2019, I think. I also hope at one
No,
point in
it's
time
coming out
he
this year.
grabs a shark by its tail and then hits somebody with the shark.
Oh yeah, shark slap.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Just fucking like Black
We'll,
Man
we'll,
shows
we'll
up and
see if
hits
you
us
rip
like,
somebody
"Shark?"
in half.
Yep.
But anyway,
Man.
we got to get to.
But before we do, because you were so close, I'm so sorry. I know, I gotta do that. So I was out at New York Comic Con, and they had a whole bunch of guests out there, and I walked by I walked by the most random assortment of celebrities at different times. When we were on the streets of New York, I walked by the dude who plays Bobby in Sopranos. I was like, oh shit. He was talking to a lady, and he was like, thank you, or whatever went on. He was just like going about his day. And then when we got to Comic Con, I went to like behind this like stage area to go find a bathroom, and there was Corey from Boy Meets World. And then as I walked down, Jason Momoa went by in a golf cart because they were getting him to like a signing or something like that. And it was just like, man, that was like a weird.
Did he look like he didn't fit in the golf cart? I imagine he would be like in the golf cart.
Like he could have just walked.
I mean, he was
Would've been better.
like kind of leaning forward, and then there was a dude on the back that apparently was his personal trainer that constantly travels with him to keep him in like ripped as fuck.
Yeah, I
state.
imagine like him and The Rock and shit like have to like it's gotta be.
Did you hear about that shit with The Rock in his gym?
Yeah. Like he's gotta keep his shit together.
He has like a whole fucking tent gym that he
Oh,
brings
yes.
to every like thing. It's like 51 tons or something like that. It's wild.
Pretty cool.
That's how you stay in shape and why
You bring a
I
whole.
don't work out.
Yeah.
He's
'cause he doesn't have
also
a
like
51
he's
ton
also
gym.
just like a monster of a person. Like he is just tall as shit. Anyways.
Hey guys, guess what time it is? It's time for the community death battle.
Oh yeah. 24 minutes.
Actually, let's
It
go
is
back. Can we
also
talk about
almost
what's going on?
4:45.
No, we can't.
What's going on is that we have a community death battle between Agent Venom and Blue Beetle. You can always use the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter to let us know who you think wins in community death battles. We have some answers from Twitter.
All right, that's unacceptable. The host of the show said what's going on, and we didn't roll. the
No,
answer.
it does not. It's completely acceptable to keep it
said it.
on track. These men
said
want to
it.
go home.
Are you
I said
bitching
it.
about
The rest
keeping
of us-
shit on track?
I said it.
Who
I
is
said it
Agent
in a
Venom?
sentence.
Yeah.
Who is
But then
Agent?
ended with community death battle.
I need to before I can weigh in. Who is Agent Venom?
It's
Agent
Battle
Venom's
Boy.
Flash-
Oh, is it like the
Thompson.
Punisher but Venom?
Yep.
Kind of.
He's an FBI or CIA
So Flash
agent,
Flash
but yeah.
Thompson loses his legs in a military thing, accident or fight or whatever. Goes back home. They have the Venom symbiote captured, They give it to him to repair his, basically make new legs, and they can control it, so he's now a secret agent with the Venom symbiote.
Oh.
Blue Beetle is a kid who got a Blue Beetle, a scarab stuck to his back, and it gives him superpowers.
Yeah, I knew.
One of
He
these
also has
is
a
a
lot
much
of
more
hype.
thought out story than the others.
Well, they've done a lot with Blue Beetle. That's
Blue
also
Beetle
the
also is,
reboot.
like, super
Blue Beetle.
high tech.
Does he need the guns, or does he have all the powers of Venom?
He technically does have all the powers of Venom.
You know,
Why-
community
why-
battle
There
I
There are
want
a
to do?
lot of, he doesn't do a lot of like the Venomish stuff, but yeah.
Why does he need the guns then?
He's also
For killing people
kind
with
of
bullets.
Venom restrained in a way.
Yeah.
So it's less like crazy,
Yeah, I think the
chaotic
fact whatever they
Watered down
use to
Yeah.
make it so Venom's controllable also kind of like dampens his abilities
Ah,
a
I
little
see.
bit.
Okay.
I haven't really read into Agent
Sweet.
Venom
So
very
it's like
much at
just
all.
like crazy bulletproof skin, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Let's see what the community has to say about it.
Yes, so we have an answer from Jason Sith for Agent Venom, and he says, Agent Venom has fast and crazy regeneration for both a host and itself, while Blue Beetle's regen is slow and only applies to the suit. Also, Agent Venom has spider sense too, can dodge lightning, and is physically able to keep up with Spider-Man. If Agent Venom touches Blue Beetle, the battle will end in a flash.
Hey,
You
LaMail,
dodged lightning. That's pretty sick.
I also
You'd be a
just want to
superhero.
point out, like,
Is it like a reaction?
on this image right here of Blue Beetle, it looks like it's like a fan art if Mega Man was a Sith Lord.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
that's spot on, right?
It really does.
Like,
Very,
that's Sith Lord Mega Man right there.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've got an answer for Sith Lord Mega Man from Mitch Wellbird. And he says,
Sith Lord
He's a
Mega
fucking
Man.
Sith Lord. He's got my vote.
Venom may have only two major weaknesses, but the Blue Beetle's Scarab has enough power.
To even harm the Spectre, which is a deity level being in DC. His weapons are energy based, which is most likely a type of plasma, more than hot enough to defeat Venom.
See, that's if he can. That's the thing I hate about, like, it's like, yeah, he can harm Spectre.
was
but,
just
like,
about to
how
say that
the
shit.
Spectre very harmed. Like, I don't know how
Like-
harmed. Like,
You're saying harmed weird?
yeah, like,
Like,
I mean,
I can harm
yeah.
The Rock.
Like,
There's no fucking way I'm gonna beat him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
I can flick your wrist and like.
You know,
as
I can
it's
like hit him
harm,
with some
I guess,
scissors. The
but-
scissors might break, but
I just harmed my body.
yeah.
Yeah, like-
yeah, and chat's
The,
still
the
alive.
Spectre is at a much higher
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing. The Spectre's
level
like
than the Rock.
the Spectre's on like a true like deity level shit.
Yes.
Like, so the fact that he can do anything against him, great.
Impressive, but
But yeah, I don't know what that means. Like, it probably is. It probably means a lot because it's the Spectre. But
I mean, the Scarab is able to charge energy through, you know, like his Mega Man arm cannon.
Sure.
Yeah.
And can build up a lot of energy. So
Can he like shapeshift?
I
then?
assume that just means that like what he's
it
trying to
pro-
say is that he can output more deadly force in one hit than Venom could.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably could output enough to harm the symbiote.
Can he
That's pretty
survive a
interesting.
sniper bullet to the head?
Who?
Blue Beetle.
No. The Scarab would, but not
Well, time to find a new
not
buddy.
I was just about to say the Scarab's like,
Jamie Reyes is the kid.
So if
who's-
he's like a super fucking secret agent with Venom, using sniper rifles, like,
I'm gonna go with
Well,
Venom. I'm
I
gonna go with
think
Agent
it's-
Venom just for.
I don't know if a
considering-
sniper rifle would actually get through the Scarab. That's
With-
the only thing.
with the symbiotes too, it's kind of annoying to construct in like an actual fight sense, because if you don't immediately kill them, they like, even if you leave like a little ball of goop behind, they'll probably come back and kill you later.
All
Like,
Yeah, all the symbiote has to do is find an orifice and it wins. I'm gonna go with that. Any orifice.
I'm gonna go with
well, I
agent.
mean, the suit probably protects him pretty.
Look at his mouth.
fully. Yeah.
He's got a mask.
Look
as
at his
well.
eyes.
Like he can cover his face.
Yeah, that's just that iteration. Just don't base on the art.
I'm pretty sure he has a mask that he can take up and down for when he's talking to people.
Is it one of those dumb Lex Luthor situations where there's actually a secret force field that covers his head?
No, it's an actual mask because it's like a beetle-looking thing.
But if
It
it
brings
suits
up-
like all energy kind of shit too, Venom might be able to go through it. He went through the internet once. Like,
That's true. He might be able to
the
slip through.
symbiotes are pretty stupid. So
I'm gonna say Agent Venom.
I'm gonna say Agent Venom because he looks so cool. Look at
Look,
that.
he's got his sexy pose on.
Yeah, look at this.
He's got that pelvic thrust
Yeah,
forward.
he does have more abs.
Got like 9 abs.
He
Yeah.
does
Yes.
have more abs.
Yeah.
Is that what really
Blue
matters?
Beetle ain't got no abs.
Does on this show.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Not in the real one.
All right. So wait, Sam, who are you voting for?
I think Sith Lord Mega Man.
Sith Lord Mega Man.
Mega-
Surprise, third choice.
Yeah.
I think Sith Lord Mega Man has enough power to at least, well,
Yeah.
Harm.
it'd be hard to kill
Venom.
Agent Venom completely,
Yeah,
but
I think it's pretty obvious that Sith Lord Mega Man's offense is better, at least for like a single large attack. He's got it.
You're not gonna kill the fucking symbiote.
I think
You're not gonna do
I
that.
think
I
I
think
think
you
Flash
can.
is gonna have a hard time killing Blue Beetle.
I think my thing is if you can harm Spectre, you can probably blow up a planet. And if you can blow up a planet, you can kill Venom.
Yeah, probably disintegrate him. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Blue Beetle then, or Sith Lord Mega Man. So we got a tie.
Gerardo just started laughing.
Why is he?
I don't
don't
know.
know.
Is there some
let
weird
him-
surprise twist that we don't know
the
about? I swear to
poll?
God, if we voted again from the Screw Attack Twitter, you're in trouble. Let's
All
see
right.
what we got.
Yeah, let's bring up the poll from you guys. Oh
It's
shit!
Oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
All right, it's up to us.
What?
It's
Oh
up to
no!
us. Okay.
No, I like it. It's a perfect tie.
Did we vote?
If you
Okay.
cannot,
No, doesn't-
if you have to resort to doing an attack that's big enough to blow up the planet, you suck at fighting, so you automatically lose.
That is the dumbest rationale I've ever heard.
Because he has to kill the entire planet just to kill this one guy. You fucking
Did it
suck
work?
at fighting. He's gonna kill all the people?
But he won.
What?
This is a death battle.
Oh.
Can Blue Beetle survive in space?
I think so.
Okay, so
I mean,
he
he's an
wouldn't
alien.
die.
Dude, we should do this. If like there's a 50-50 split.
Maybe.
I mean,
Needs an
there-
answer.
you know, there could be one little nugget of research that's like, oh yeah, okay, like.
All right, Sam, this is your next fight. Have fun.
Yep. There we go.
It's probably not that hard. It's probably actually a good one to do.
Man,
because like the Flash Thompson like
All right.
Agent Venom arc.
Once you've
isn't
done
super
Naruto,
long.
it's like, once you've done Fairy
if you
Tail.
give me that arc, like one specific character, pretty much compared to fucking Fairy Tale, like yeah, I'll take it. Like
Actually, yeah,
It's
and
so
Blue
much
Beetle
better, yeah.
had a pretty sizable reboot after Flashpoint because before that the Scarab thing wasn't actually like how they worked.
yeah. And like I
So-
know a lot of about symbiotes from doing Carnage recently, so we're good.
There we go. All right,
Yeah, it's
episode 100 is now Sam doing Agent Venom versus
You got
Beetle.
4
Have to
days,
at
3
least be
days.
104, but
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode. Next community death battle, which you can vote on our Twitter and use hashtag DeathBattleCast to tell us who you think wins and why, is going to be Batwoman versus Spider-Woman, as requested by Malcolm Neal.
Awesome.
In honor of Ruby Rose showing off her Batwoman digs.
What makes
I-
this one-
Going to the-
what makes her different from
Yeah.
the Gwen Stacy one?
What?
that's Spider-Gwen, that's different.
Spider-Gwen
Spider-Gwen
has like Spider-Man powers. Spider-Woman has her own set of powers. And we are specifically going with the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, like the current Spider-Woman, current Batwoman.
And what about Batwoman? The
current
one?
one,
Yeah.
which is, Catherine Tate.
From everything I know about her, she's a really cool character.
I believe there are two. So there are two Batwomen.
No, I think there's
Women's-
I think there's
Batwoman.
Batwoman in Batwoman.
Woman.
No, there have been two Batwomen.
Yep, there you are.
There have been two Batwomen,
Woman.
and both of them have been named Catherine Kate.
Oh.
Really?
So we're
Well,
going with the modern one.
That's not confusing.
Yeah, just modern character. All right, let us know who you think wins using hashtag DeathBattleCast, and we will see you here next week as we talk about the episode 100 release. And
We got a special thing planned for next
yeah.
week. Make sure you tune in.
Hope you guys enjoy it. See ya.
Bye.